I want to help people. That's what everybody will say. But yeah, I want to get money too in this country. And when you do medicine, not to discriminate any other profession, but then with medicine, mostly your job is secure. Even during career days, I wear medical like stuff,
Really?
stethoscope, and all of that. Yeah.
Oh no, there are lots of things I wanted to become. I wanted to become an actor. I wanted to become a pilot, like a chef. At some point, a stay-at-home mother.
I took the profession to maybe correct those mistakes and try not to make one. What's your name? What program do you read?
My name is Bernard Usu, and I'm reading BSc Human Biology.
Why medicine?
Medicine because I just want to save lives. I want to be part of the people who would save lives.
Did you always know you wanted to become a doctor or someone influenced you?
Actually, when I completed senior high school, I wanted to do biomedical engineering. As I said, I want to help in saving lives, so I wanted to do biomedical engineering. But this one, I'm telling the truth. But this, looking at the job security, doing engineering in Ghana, I was like, no, then let me do medicine because in both ways, I'm just helping in saving lives.
How do you balance your social life and your academic life?
In balancing the aspects of life, one thing you have to consider is time management. So I try in all possible means to balance my time. Not just social life, but I do business as well. I do business on campus and I do politics and all that. So time management is the key factor.
What's one misconception people have about medicine?
Okay, that is even when I was in SHS, I heard that medicine is the most difficult program on campus, but it's never true. Medicine is not difficult, though it's voluminous, but it's not difficult, even to me as compared to engineering
What program do you think is difficult?
on campus.
Yeah, on campus.
Yeah, engineering and architecture. Engineering, particularly the electrical engineering. Yeah,
Okay.
and architecture.
In 1 minute, how do you advise someone who wants to get into medical school?
The first thing is you have to get good grades and also be confident because after getting good grades and be knowledgeable, writing the entrance exams, you need confidence. The interview, they don't need the content or your knowledge, but they need confidence. And you have to be confident and how to act under pressure. So you have to be prepared and also pray as well.
How does faith play an important role in your life? Since you are talking about praying,
Yeah, because even the Bible says, I'm a Christian, the Bible says pray without ceasing. And in everything, we need to factor God. Yes, God should be the center of everything. So we need to bring God inside so that everything will be successful for Him.
do you believe in teamwork in medical school?
Yes, yes, please. Yes, please. Because even in our clinics and in our hospitals, on one patient, you can get like more than 4 doctors on one patient. So I believe that teamwork, if medicine, I'm stating this emphatically, that medicine cannot be done by just a single individual. Yes, we need a team.
Netflix or books?
Netflix or books?
Yeah,
Netflix.
I get you. Thank you. What's your name? What program do you read?
Yes, please. I'm Anya from Akwa and I read BSc Human Biology, or let me say medicine.
Did you choose the program or the school gave it to you?
Oh, I chose it. That was my first choice, and I'm so glad I got it.
Why did you choose medicine?
I want to help people. That's what everybody will say. But yeah, I want to get money too in this country. And when you do medicine, not to discriminate any other profession, but then with medicine, mostly your job is secure. And also love science. I wanted to learn more about the human body. So.
Did someone influence your choice?
No, no one influenced my choice.
So did you always know you wanted to be a medical doctor from infancy?
Yes, yes. Even during career days, I wear medical like stuff,
Really?
stethoscope, and all of that. Yeah.
How would you advise someone who wants to get into medicine?
Okay, if you want to get into medicine, I advise that you learn and then be disciplined. Medical school is not about being the most brilliant person in the world. We have NSMQ students here, we have all manners of people here, but you realize that it's not really about the brilliance. It's also about how disciplined you are. If you can organize yourself so that you can learn all the things that you are given to learn, yeah, you'll be fine in medical school. So just learn organization, be disciplined, and then learn your books.
Also, what's one thing about medical school people don't understand or people don't know?
Okay, well, medical school you can have fun. I see people saying you can't have fun. You can have fun if you organize your things well. Yes. That's one thing about it. It's not always boring. It can be boring, but then if you advise yourself and you are disciplined, you can have fun.
How can one get into medical school?
Okay, in Ghana, you have to get 8 A's, but then also depends on the performance of your batch. So let's say if most of you got 7 A's, 6 A's, then you can get into medical school with this. But then if everybody is getting 8 A's, then you have to make sure you also got 8 A's so that you can get into the medical school too. Yeah.
So, in 3 words, how would you explain success?
Success, I'll say you, because it's how you interpret it to be. That's success. And then gratitude. If you are grateful for all that you have, I feel like that makes you successful too. And then love. If you have the things that you love, you are successful. So if you love money, you are successful with money. If you love people, you have people, you are successful with them. So you love, and then what was the last one? I've forgotten by
All
that.
right, thank you very much. Why medicine?
My medicine. Well, as a country, Ghana, we have a lot of health complications and problems, but the WHO has seen that we don't have enough medical practitioners to engage in the field. We also lose a number of them to the outside world. So I saw it as something that I can engage in to help the better community. And also, I mean, it's a lucrative business. Though yes, a lot of people will tell you it doesn't have money, but it's something that you can put your efforts in and help a better nation.
Okay. So, did you always know you wanted to become a medical student, or someone influenced your decision?
I would say someone influenced my decision. Yes. I used to see the world as more or less mechanical till I got to the SHS and I realized there's more about human beings that meets the eye. And if we can actually engage and probe into it, it will be a better field. And my mom is a very big part of that.
So, what's the best advice you've received so far?
Best advice I received so far is that you'll be fine. In medical school, they always tell us you'll be fine. If you decide to put your eyes on always succeeding greatly, you'll be very disappointed. But step by step, we learn till you die. So if step by step you are ready to move forward, you'll be fine.
How do you balance your personal life and your academic life?
Okay, so with the balance of the two, realize that there's a time where you get tired. When you get tired, you look for activities that will actually energize you, activities that will be comforting. You meet people, make friends. Very, very important. So as a medical student, we have class 8 to 5, 8 to 3, like every single day, because that's how the work life is. You would go to the hospital practically every day. But when you have your free time, you engage with people, make good friends who would actually support you, not people who would drain you more because it become worse. When your academics are like a lot cumbersome, then you focus on them, learn. Because remember, every step you take is to help someone's life. If you don't make the right decisions now, a lot of people will suffer in your hands.
So, do you believe in God?
Yes, please.
How does faith plays important role in your life?
Okay, so faith is that reassurance that I can continue. I believe that it was by God's grace I got here. My SHS journey has been very interesting, and it has been God who has brought me that far, and it has been Him who has led me till third year. So, and it has always been Him that continues to drive me every action, every step, because I always remember that the human life I'm dealing with, He made that life. If I don't keep that in mind, I will do anything I want with that life. So,
If you had to go back to your SHS with the knowledge you have now, what would you have done differently?
well, I would have focused more on biology. Yes. When began SHS, biology wasn't an interest. I preferred the physics and the chemistries. I still do. But I realized that for the field I'm in, your biology must be very good. You must be able to see beyond the ordinary. You must be able to understand complex things that other people have researched on. You might not be able to see them now, but you should be able to process them. So I would have taken my biology very seriously. Right now we are learning microbiology, learning all the insects again, and you are like, why didn't I learn the insects well? So I would have learned my biology very well.
How can one get into medical school?
So with Kenya University Medical School, one must perform academically with your WASI results must be good. I think your minimum. The advice is that you should get an 80s. If you get 80s, you are good to go. Then you would go through an interview process and an examination. So you should not forget what you had learned in your SHS. With that, the interview process is more or less to see whether you are interested in the course or not. So you should be able to be abreast with normal or the daily affairs in the health field. Something I learned the hard way. You'll be abreast with the daily affairs of the health field, and then I'm sure you'll be in medical school.
How did you pass exams?
Oh, the examination. So we actually engaged in the classes. When I was told, my parents had encouraged me to join the medical school. There were classes that were organized by some of our seniors, by teachers in the SHS, which would help you know what to learn and what not to learn. So I engaged in those classes. When the examinations came, depending on the school you apply for, the examination varies. Some schools focus more on the sciences, like King University. Other universities focus also add a lot of liberal arts so that you are all-rounded student. So depending on the school you are going for, I think there are a lot of classes that can help you with that.
Okay, right. So looking into the camera, in 1 minute, how would you advise someone who wants to get into medical school?
So I advise the person that he or she should learn hard, not forget their God. Whether you believe in God or not, there's something you believe in that would encourage you. Always persist in what you learn and then make good friends. I stand here today because of the friends I made, and I'm actually in class with them. Make good friends who would help you academically, socially, and at the end of the day, you realize that when you get to medical school, you might be telling the same testimony I am.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Mami Arekugube and I'm reading medicine or basic human biology to be
Okay.
exact.
So what's your worst experience on University campus?
Being late to a class and then the lecturer taking attendance and then the attendance was like 1% of my mark, my CWA, but we live, we learn.
Okay. So why did you choose medicine?
Why did I choose medicine? Medicine is a very diverse course. Like, aside from being a doctor, people think that like it's a one-way thing. Become a doctor, but you can become many other things. You can become a politician. You can become anything you want to be. Actually, it's like the basis of everything. Unlike other courses, which will restrict you towards one part, medicine is very diverse, in my opinion. So I chose it for the diversity.
How do you balance your social life and your academic life?
So with that one, I think it's a personal thing. You have to learn how to allocate your time. So you shouldn't over prioritize learning over your social life and all those things. But that takes skill. Yeah. So you have to learn to develop it.
Did you always know you wanted to become a doctor from infancy?
Oh no, there are a lot of things I wanted to become. I wanted to become an actor. I wanted to become a pilot, like a chef. At some point, a stay-at-home mother. So yeah, but like I ended up like developing an interest in science, and I was like, oh, it's a no-brainer. Let me go for medicine, and I really don't regret that choice.
So what influenced the decision?
My passion for science.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you had to go back to your SHS right now, the knowledge you have right now, what would you have done differently?
I don't think I would have done anything different because life is life. You can't really change anything, honestly. And if I had changed something, maybe it would have been worse. I would have been worse off. So I prefer like doing the same thing I've done till like my current point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In 1 minute, how would you advise someone who wants to get into medical school?
Someone who wants to
Get
get
into
into
medical
medical
school.
school,
Yeah.
I'd say that um honestly you need to learn. Not learning to pass, but learning for life. Let me say that. And then honestly you just need to learn. If you learn, you pray to God, like everything will like fall into place. Because for me, I did that and I'm here today. You might do that, you might not be here today, but like God knows your plan. So yeah.
Yeah, so you do believe in God?
Yes, I very much do
Yeah.
believe in. I believe that there's a higher power that is controlling us, which is God.
Why medicine?
Medicine because you see, growing up, all medical students they have a lot of instances in their lives where they say they met a family member died, and this and this and this. I have a similar situation that happened to my grandma. It was because of some the doctor's mistake. Yes, that led to her death. So like I took the profession to maybe correct those mistakes and try not to make one. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where the passion began. Yeah.
Okay. So did you choose the program or the school gave it to you?
Actually, this is what happened. Like when I was buying the forms, I actually took electrical engineering as my first choice. Eh, because I was actually into those stuff like coding and those things. Like that's what I bought on the forms. But I don't know. After the results came, I went to Westlaw SHS. If you know Westlaw SHS, be quiet.
Yeah.
So after the results came, I had 8 days, and I said these 8 days. Though people say like if you get 8 days, that's the reason why most people go to a medical school. But I knew that wasn't just for getting it sick. So when they gave the opportunity for us to change courses after our results came, I changed electrical and then put medicine then, and then by God's grace, like I had it, like
Okay.
yes, so I
So
had
if
it.
you have to go back to your SHS right now, the knowledge you have right now, what would you have done differently?
What should I do different in my SHS right now? You see, most cases in most SHS, you see this, when you go there, when you get there, I don't know, they have this condition, like this atmosphere. I don't really want to say it, but there's it. Most of them, most of the students, they go there with, I don't know, just going to school sick. Like they are just going some. So like, if I was to go to my SHS right now, just advise them that no matter where you are, you can just make a difference by just believing in what you can do and just make a difference. Like doing what you do and doing it best. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So what was one thing about medical school that surprised you?
Actually, say I haven't gotten any surprises because spring coming, I know you have to expect the worst. No, because they say it's a tough course. Yeah, so like when you are coming, you have to be prepared and everything. So actually, there have not been any surprises though. I would say like yes, there have not been any surprise. Just that yeah, I mean it's
Yeah. So since it's a tough course, how do you manage your social life and your academic life?
you see in this world I've seen that everything is about time management. So you have to find time to do study. Maybe if you are studying for 2 hours, make sure you use the 2 hours effectively, not just pressing your phone. You see, you might want to maybe cover the slides at this time and you want to use 2 hours. But during that time you might be pressing your phone doing other things and that can delay the time that you want to study and maybe lengthen the time from maybe 2 hours to 4 hours. So if you are able to, I don't know, be disciplined enough and then study what you want to study in the 2 hours, you can have time to do other things that you want to do.
How can one get into medical school?
We have the interview phase, and then you have to get a good call, like a good grade. You have to get 8 A's at least, no, 7 A's at least, or 6 yours. And then the interview when you come, you just have to try your best and answer the questions in your best way that you can. Yes. And then to write some entrance exams. I think that comes like that comes in handy. Like they take that one into like consideration. So like when you come, they want to prove that maybe you deserve the grade that you had. So you have to just try and then pass the exam and then the interview to do your best. And then, yeah, like your school that you're coming in from to determines whether you get in or not. Because when you're coming from a big school like Prempe, Adisado was, they said that you've gotten the 8 A's right. Yes, that's one criteria. And then the entrance is that maybe you've done well, but the interview might like it might get you into the school or might not get you into the. But when you're coming from a less endowed school like me, from Wesley ISH, you see, getting the 80s puts you ahead of in some. So like maybe you just have to do a little. That's the thing. But if I'm from risk, you have to do more. That's what I see. Too.
So looking into the camera, in 1 minute, how would you advise someone who wants to get into medical school?
Just like I said earlier, you just have to do your best. Try to pass your WASI, pass the entrance, do your best in the entrance exam, and then during the interview session, try to do your best. Answer the questions as best as you can and genuinely too, because they can see that in your answers, the interviewers. You see, they are lectures and all. Like you have to do your best. And then SHS, use your time wisely to get the good grades that you can. Because there's no chance to redeem that thing. If you pass once and for. If you don't pass, that's where you're going to do other things and then it makes the journey just very long. So like just do your best and pass once and for and come to medical school.